Hello everyone, welcome to Sophon's World presented by Alpha Code team. Have you ever encountered a situation where you feel it difficult to get help for daily work? You may just get onboarded and want to install a new software. You may need access to GitHub repo. You may not know who to contact when your network quality becomes worse working from home. And sometimes you may feel overwhelmed with multiple tasks and projects. As a support engineer, duplicate queries from end users come to you from time to time. Sophon can make your life easier. Sophon is a chatbot created to provide the ability to help almost everyone in Lambda, including application devs, ops, and business users to get what they need to in a convenient way anytime. More importantly, what we really provide is the resource gateway to consolidate valuable resources within the company and provide the searchability and AI-based learning ability to help recommend resources desired more easily. And it can be embedded into nearly any platform, web, PC, mobile, or even micro end. Where our app is pretty friendly to both the business users and developers. Let's first see how our app supports business users. Say I'm currently on the Backstage side, which is a developer portal. There is something wrong with my PC suddenly. And previously, if there is no bot, I need to go all over the world to find relevant resources to fix it. But here I click the robot and I input some messages and ask the robot to help on it. And I just need to wait the responses from the robot. And you can see that the robot provides me a link to raise a ticket. And I just go into that website to raise the ticket, and the problem will be solved by the supporters. And as you can see, that the robot provides me provides an easy way to fix some problem, and that indeed erases the pain. And like I've mentioned, our app is friendly to the developers as well. On this Rasa X side, we can develop as per business stories very smoothly. Let's say here we want to enhance a robot to raise ticket to users who want to install software. So firstly, we create some stories, and then we create some intents. And yeah, we create the intents on the domain part. And you can see the intent here is install the software. And next, we're going to provide some sample data for the intent, because our robot need to have some sample data to understand what the intent is. And then we need to provide some responses as per the user's queries. So it's just like children need to learn some responses to react to the people's asks. So we hard code some messages the robot will return back to the user when user asks some questions. So here the robot asks to confirm if the user wants to raise the IAC or not. And after that, we train the model. You can see that the model is being trained. The model is just like the memory of the robot. And after training the model, we activate the model, which is latestly trained, and our robot will be ready for use. And the developer will test the robot locally. So you can see that the developer is typing some messages, it wants to install the Git, and the IAC will be created, and it works pretty fine here. And so locally test is working pretty fine. And next, the developer will let the business user to test the robot. So sorry, more the feature on the robot, right? So a new link will be created, and the users will get the robot by the link. And the users here, you can see that he's typing some messages. Say the user want to install Git, and the robot will ask the user if the ticket should be created, and the ticket has been created by the user. Well, it works pretty fine for the business users. And the next, after testing is working pretty fine, the developers will raise a pull request to merge the new feature onto the main branch. So you can see that the robot, so this robot supports developers very good. And next we're going to the robot architecture. So firstly, the user will send messages to the messaging channels. And the messaging channels will redirect the messages to the agents. And the agent will check if there is memory, check if there is any model or not. If not, the agent will fetch the model from the model supplier. And on the same time, the agent will store the conversation on the conversation store. And the agent will log the conversation. Okay, and then the agent will use the NLU pipeline to parse the user's messages and to try to understand what user mean. And then the agent will also use the dialog policies to decide what to say next to refer back to the user, okay? And that is so-called Rasa core, sorry, the robot core, which is composed of agent, NLU pipelines, and the dialog policies. And if there is any customized actions, the agent will send the event to the message broker. And the message broker will store the messages, store the events, and the action server will fetch the events from the message broker and process it and return the result back to the agent. And well, that is the robot architecture. And we also get some future plans. So firstly, we will feed in more valuable resources like developer handbook, Pluralsight, etc., to offer user more professional guidance. And secondly, we will provide feedback insights to content provider to level up recommendation accuracy. And lastly, we will optimize our machine learning methods to provide role-based suggestions. Well, that's it for Sophon, our intelligent robot. Thank you very much.